Hey, what's up, you guys? So today we're going to be learning about the stock market and specifically how to read stocks on Robinhood. And it's pretty simple. I would say it's definitely simpler than most. And I just want to talk a little bit about it, and I think it'll be pretty fun. So we're going to be talking about AMD here, and I hope that you guys enjoy this little thing. I plan on doing this with gameplays and stuff like that. You guys will see a little bit more of that. If you guys don't like this, then I can go back to just full screen mode. Just let me know in the comments below. And then, yeah, so let's get right into it. Alright, you guys, so we're here, and we're going to be talking about AMD for our example. If you guys want to follow along on your phone or computer, that would be awesome. If you don't want to, that's okay. You guys can just watch. So we have AMD here. AMD is also the tinker for AMD, and the tinker for like GameStop would be GME. And the tinker is pretty much the abbreviation, just to make it a little bit more simple and just like I don't have a whole bunch of big names on your screen. It just makes it just so much easier. And right here is the stock price, which is 91.70. This is where it ended at 4 o'clock today. And it's because the stock market is open from 9:30 to 4 o'clock. And the after hours is from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So that's just a little bit of knowledge for you guys. But the trading hours on Robinhood are 9:30 to 4 o'clock. That's the only time that you can trade unless it's crypto. So my return today was 357. So that's pretty much just based off the numbers of what the market was moving at. If you look at like the 1 week, it's a little bit different. 326. Uh, Over the month, it was actually 448 down. So that's kind of rough. But and then over the past 3 months, it was 746. So and then you look over the year, $42. So that's just the overall stock market and stuff and how much it's moved and whatnot. The numbers you're going to be mostly looking at is your total return. That's what I like to look at, which is pretty much an explanation of your full return based on your average cost, how much you've put in. So your average cost base is pretty much the average cost of how many shares you bought. So if we go down to my history here, I've bought a limit buy, which is pretty much I set a limit in, and I could talk about all of this in great detail if you guys want me to. But I put in a limit buy for $88 and I got that. And I put in a limit buy for $90 and I also got that. I canceled the one in December. Not too sure why. Maybe it was jumping up too high. Maybe it was just I didn't want to. I'm not too sure. But anyways, this created a average cost of $89 for the two shares that I have in this. The cost, my the cost of pretty much both my shares together would be $178. And then my market value, pretty much if I sold it as of right now, it would come out to be about 183 and 40 cents. So I would be making a little bit of money, total of 540. So I mean that's a small return, but it's a return. It's not bad. I can't complain about that. But I'm going to be. This is my investment. This is not something that I'm trading. So I'm going to be holding this for quite some time, and then possibly buying into more. All right, so we're gonna go down a little bit more here. So we got the CEO, who is Lisa here. We got Lisa, the CEO. She just owns the company. We got a little bit of a description about the whole entire spiel. And then we got some employees. Pretty much, if you see like two employees or something like that, or like 10 or maybe 100, they're typically smaller companies and stuff like that. This is AMD, so it's got a bigger company. The headquarters pretty much telling you where it's located at and when it was founded. All right, so we got the market cap here. The market cap is $112 billion. Okay, now that is a very big market cap. And what that pretty much tells us is that this is a big company and that they have a lot of shareholders and a lot of people that have pretty much either invested or have traded this. And we're going into that section part of it. Average volume is pretty much how many people are trading this and actually pretty much exchanging hand in hand the money. This is typically a good sign, I would say. And yeah, this is the average value. All right, so the price earning ratio is pretty much whether or not this stock is undervalued or overvalued. In this case, it is, I would say, slightly overvalued, but it's not like super overvalued. And the way that you can kind of determine that is like kind of giving it the range of 30 is like typically a good like value. So I would say it's not like super overvalued or anything. It's got room to grow. So for example, Tesla's is like well over 1,000, and that means that it either has a lot of room to grow or it's way overvalued. All right, so we've made it to dividend yield, and it seems like they do not pay out a dividend, meaning that they do not pay out a monthly dividend or any dividend whatsoever. And the dividend is pretty much the amount that they're going to be giving you based on a percentage. So, uh, for example, it could be 1, 2 to 5, 7 to 12% that they could be giving you. And it's pretty much just a thank you and some money back that you'll be getting either monthly or quarterly. And this is pretty much the company's way of saying thank you for owning our stock. All right, so we got the analyst ratings. This I don't really look at, honestly. I don't really care much about this. It just really tells you what's going on, and uh, a lot of people are buying, and a lot of people are holding, and a small portion is selling. It's just really what people are doing. You could follow these, but I just make your own decisions. That's what I would say, but you can look off these if you want. All right, so now we're here at earnings, and the earnings are pretty much what the company is earning quarterly based on each stock. So this is like the earnings per share, and this is what they estimated to be. So they would be estimating zero point 0.4, so it's 47 cents per share, and what they actually got was 52 cents per share, and that was in the most recent one. So if we look here, what typically happens is that they end up estimating it, and these can be way off, or these can be actually pretty close. In these cases, it was actually better. They were pretty spot on, and then they ended up pretty much following it up until the second quarter here, and it looks like they were a little bit better, and a little bit better, and then a little bit better. All right, so for example here, quarter one will be January, February, March, and then quarter two will be April, May, June, and then quarter three will be July, August, September, and then lastly, quarter four will be October, November, and December. Whenever they're positive like this in small increments, as long as they're going up, it's pretty good. I'm really happy to see these kind of things. If they're pretty negative, then you might want to hold off. And if they keep on missing their estimates, meaning like the estimates may be here, right? And then we have the actual being like down here. And if they estimate the next one to be up here, okay, there's a possibility that it might be below it. And there's also a possibility that it could be high. It just, you really got to follow the company and then kind of just get used to what they put out as far as earning reports go. And you can listen to the call, which is sometimes interesting. I personally don't, but I probably should. I just don't. Then we have your history here, as I showed previously. All right, to explain a little bit about the buying and selling, this is pretty much your estimated quantity based on dollar amounts. And if we change it to shares, this is just your market price and pretty much just telling you what it is. And this is pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty simple because if, like, let's just say I wanted to sell $100, okay, meaning that it's going to be 10.9 amount of that share. So I would be having like less than a share left of it. So that's just a little bit of a explanation of how buying and selling works. It's pretty simple, honestly. And my buying power right now is 260 because I end up selling a little bit of my Dogecoin so that I would be covering the amount that I end up putting into it. So pretty much the Dogecoin that I have currently is all free because I ended up, so I have really nothing to lose. So that's other than possible money, but I don't want to sell yet. I want to hold. All right, so I hope this helped you guys, and if it did help you guys, then leave a like below and consider subscribing because I'm gonna be doing more videos like this, as well as maybe some gaming and stuff like that. So if you guys are into that, then feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate that. That'd be cool. And yeah, I plan on making more videos like this. If you guys have any questions, just leave them below, and you guys can check out the link below, and you guys can get, uh, I think it's 2 free stocks, or maybe it's just, yeah, I think it's 1 free stock for signing up with Robinhood, and I think it's 2 free stocks with Webull, and it's 2 extra more if you deposit $100 onto the platform. And I think it's the same for Robinhood. It's one, and if you deposit 100, I think you get a second one, but I can't be for certain. I believe that's the case, but I'm not too sure. It changes all the time. So, but yeah, you guys can get a free stock below if you want to sign up, and hopefully you guys can understand this a little bit more. It's very complicated and it's hard to explain, and I tried my best, and I appreciate you guys getting this far. And if you guys want to say anything about the circle, anything like that, just let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.